On to race number 2 then. The second on the programme is a Class 5, 1,600 metres here for the second event. Adonis heads the Matthew Poon, taking £3 off. Course and distance for the first time for him. Dashing Dart, Joe Moreira jumps on board for Paul O'Sullivan. Indigenous Star, a course and distance winner last season. Blinkers go back on Money Winner, still yet to win in 23 starts. Blinkers come off. Laugh out loud. He's come up with Barrier 2 and Berta Rispoli in the saddle, and Triumph down from the 2,200 metres down to just this 1,600 metres, and he tries the mile at Sha Tin for the first time. Best Effort and Money Winner have been up at Chung Far and back within the last 30 days.
Looking at the pace here, good to slow, so it could be moderate here. We know that Ototo in the past has been able to get quite forward in past runs where he has sort of led over trips shorter than this. Little Fantasy's drawn wide. He's going to try and cross them. Adonis, who we haven't seen for a couple of months, he potentially will sit one back, one out. Money Winner's going to need some pace if he's going to come from back where we've got him sitting at the moment.
Here's Young Glory. The first one we'll take a look at here. He's just doing some even track work, but he moves nicely enough. David Ferraris has now got this horse. Jack Wonga Boyd's got the horse going quite nicely, and they should get a decent run, as we saw there from barrier number 6. Indigenous Star, he always catches the eye in track work, but he's a bit of a non-winner. He's only won them one time out of his 25 starts. The headgear will come off, and Derek Long aboard for Indigenous Star, so he's one of those ones that catches you a lot of times. And Little Fantasy, Sylvester de Souza aboard. This horse is really well rated now towards the bottom of Class 5. He moves nice. He's off a rating of 20, so barrier 10 for him.
Yeah, might be a little bit of overweight. He's down for 114, so just keep an eye on how much or what weight Sylvester does. We'll have a look at him in action here, along with Best Efforts and the Invincible on the all-weather, of course. Best Effort fares best. Yeah,
the big grey. He's getting a bit long with the tooth now. He's now an 8-year-old. Casper found Vincent Ho. He's quite hard to catch here. This was his run on the all-weather last time out. He sort of just kept up, going up and down in the same spot on that occasion. Did Best Effort. Others in the race, you're looking at Little Fantasy. Little Fantasy's effort wasn't too bad, closed off okay. Been a long time between drinks for Little Fantasy. And also the Invincible. Having a look at him, the Invincible, he's a bit out of form at the moment, but probably Best Effort and out of that race, Little Fantasy, the couple to take there.
Yeah, I'll put Best Effort in for 4th, so that's what I've taken out of that.
All right, OK. Money Winner. Well, he's picked up a little bit of money so far, but he hasn't actually won. Blinkers go back on, and Zach Purton jumps on board for the first time too. Yeah,
that's the key as well. I think barrier 11's not a problem for this horse because he gets back anyway. 1,600 metres, has run 4th over 1,650 at the Valley. The Blinkers go on. He's still a maiden, this horse, but look, I've got him in for 3rd. I think he can run a minor placing. He ran okay here. You can see him hitting the line, and there's Indigenous Star wider out as well, which he sort of catches you a few times as well.
Yeah, Money Winner, he's a hard one to try and follow. He's got a few placings next to his name, 4 second placings in total now. He's been a bit expensive in the past, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
All right, OK, so he's maybe one for the wider exotics. One more to have a look at, and that's the class dropper. Adonis at the trials here over the 1,200 metres, finishing in the middle of the pack. But his last start, sorry, this is his second start in Class 5, was behind Glittering Armour.
Form's a bit barren with Adonis. They've got the pacifiers on. Peter Ho's stable seems to be ticking along OK at the moment, stepping up to 1,600 metres after a 1,200 metre effort. You can see he had a good run on the fence here, and he's gone to the line OK, but he hasn't been overly reliable through his career. Just the 1 second placing from 10 starts and a 4th placing to boot as well. So he hasn't been overly reliable, but he's only trying Class 5 for the second time.
Yeah, that's the key, I think. He's only had the 10 starts, so he's entitled to improve a little bit. He's got less convictions than a few of these other ones, so I found a spot for him. All
right. Have we mentioned the winner yet, though?
No, we haven't. I like Dashing Dart. I think Dashing Dart's been going nicely. Interesting, Joe Moreira, has jumped aboard. Comes back from a run at Happy Valley. I think he's better here at Sha Tin. He's a 2-time winner at Sha Tin, and he's in the right grade here in Class 5. So 2 to beat the 1, Adonis. We saw him, the 6 Money Winner, and the 5 Best Effort. So 2-1-6-5 for me.
Dashing Dart as well for me. He didn't have a lot of luck last time out. He was sort of squeezed up over the last 100 metres. He might have finished a little bit closer to Kwai Chung Brothers, but he did get tightened up over the concluding stages. Put in Best Effort. He has won in Class 5 off 40 points in the past when he was trained by Armin Lee. Money Winner goes in. I threw in Laugh Out Loud. His effort last time out wasn't too bad considering he was keen. 2, 5, 6 and 8.
Yep, 2 for me as well. Dashing Darts, 2 and 1. Actually, same queue as you, Paul. On top there for me in race number 2. So don't forget, the feature race is race number 9. That's the Chinese Club Challenge Cup, Group 3 of the 1,400 metres. Quick break for us, though. Back with a third. That's up next.